another one.
Then it's extra cushy.
I need a school. No, I don't.
What? What'd you say when I try to get closer?
You're too close to me. No, I was going to scoot the other way.
Bye.
It's like the. Could you hear me?
Oh my god. That's great.
I don't know. I was going to say this is the perfect temperature for tea, but jeez.
You really like that. Oh god. I'm crying.
Okay, now I'm so conscious about drinking. Can't wait to mess up. All right, let's go.
Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha. And today we are drinking some nice warm tea. I'm drinking Riddle's Tea Shop Tea, Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch. It has honey bush, pumpkin chai, hazelnut, and cream.
Sounds so good.
It's so good.
So it's perfect for this time of year.
Exactly.
Pumpkin spice.
Ooh. Pumpkin spice everything. What about you? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Enchanted Tea. This is also a Riddle's Tea Shop tea. It's part of the Tales and Tea Leaves group.
Yeah.
What do you...
Collection?
Yeah, something like that. Anyhow, it's delicious. And it has vanilla, cream, almond oolong, cinnamon, and orange peel.
Ooh. Sounds really good.
Yeah. It's delicious. It's a Tolkien one, so it's all...
Oh.
It just makes me want to go on an adventure.
How's your week been?
What's it? It's Tuesday? It's only Tuesday?
It's
been
only
a long
Tuesday.
week so far.
I agree.
Not a lot of reading.
Mm-mm.
Not a lot of time for reading.
No, I agree.
I mean, I started a book.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like ebooks, because I can read them on my phone on the go. Like, anytime I have a spare second.
Oh, that's
pull
so
it up.
nice. Like, if you're early to an appointment, just whip out your phone and start reading. Oh, yeah, I do that all the time.
And at lunch, when my coworkers are all talking, and I'm just staring at my phone, and they think I'm just playing on my phone because I'm a millennial, and really I'm reading.
I always do it, like, when I were out with my friends at a bar, I'll, like, read under the table, and they're like, are you reading? I was like, no. I'm on my phone playing a game. Come on, guys.
How dare you accuse me of reading?
So speaking of reading, what are you reading this week? What'd you start?
So I just started Bright Ruin by Vic James. It's the last book in the Dark Gifts trilogy. I've actually gotten all three of them on NetGalley, so it's been kind of nice to keep up with the series. But it's just really good. It's very different.
What's it about?
It's a dystopian. It's set in like future Britain.
Oh.
And it's dystopian, and like some people have these special powers. Oh, they're called gifts, dark gifts. That's the name of the series. Anyway, some people have them, and then some people don't. And the people who do basically rule over everyone else. Oh. And everyone else has to do slave years. And I can't remember how many years it is, but they have to spend years working in these camps, and then they can go on to live their life. But you get to pick when you want to do your slave years. So, like, some people do it as kids, and some people do it as teenagers, and some people do it wait until they're old. And so, anyway, it's about a family. It starts off about a family, mom, dad, and 3 kids. And they are planning to do their slave years in the house of one of the gifted people all together. And, of course, that doesn't happen. Oh. Nothing goes as planned, and they're split up, and some, like, a couple of them go to different, basically like slave camps, and it gets crazy and scary. And
that does sound scary.
It's really good though. Like I said, it's just different because I think I read the first one when I was like sick of dystopians because there were so many I'd read, and I was like, okay, I don't think I can read another one, but this one's good, so I'm gonna try it. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm on board.
Yeah, it's different. It's different enough that it caught your attention. Yeah,
it's so good.
That's neat.
So what are you reading?
So I just started You by Caroline
Kepnes.
Okay, I didn't want to mispronounce her name. But basically, it is a thriller that you've read, and we both learned about at the same time.
Yeah.
You're just faster than me.
At BookCon.
Yes, at BookCon. So I'm very excited to read it. I'm already loving the main character, but yet knowing I can't love him. Mm-hmm. So I'm already frustrated. What new releases are there this week that we want to talk about?
I couldn't find that there were a ton of new books out this week. Mm-hmm. But I did just get in the mail from Penguin Random House the 25th anniversary edition of Voyager, which is number 3 in the Outlander series. And the book is so pretty, and it's like a hardcover, but it's kind of squishy.
And it's heavy.
It's
a nice
huge,
book.
And it's so pretty. It's got the ribbon to keep your page, and I do have the 25th anniversary edition of the first book.
Oh, really?
So now I need the second.
Yeah,
one.
You definitely need to complete the series.
Yeah, keep my collection going.
And I think there was another new release out today, Kingdom of Ash. That's the 7th in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. We haven't read any of those books, but I know that everyone's in love with them.
The book world is going insane today reading that book.
It's like, I feel a little bit left out. I need to read these
I feel like we need to catch up, but at the same time, there's just so many books to read.
Yeah, and especially it's number 7. Like, it's gonna be a while till we can catch up.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of catching up to do.
We're just gonna have to avoid spoilers.
Maybe one of these days when we catch up on all of our TBRs.
We can do like a big book read.
We'll do a binge read.
Yeah, binge read of it. Yeah, so, I mean, everyone, if you didn't know that either of those books are out, go check them out.
Yeah.
They sound good to me.
Yeah, no kidding. And if you guys know of any other new releases out this week, let us know. Because
we could have missed some that are really good, too.
We always want to add more to that TBR.
Mm-hmm. So this week, we got our owl crates in the mail, which is really exciting. What did you think about yours?
It was, they just keep getting better. I think I've subscribed for 2 years at least, somewhere around 2 years now, and they just keep getting better.
Yeah.
So don't listen to this part if you don't want spoilers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But 2 hardcovers, 2 signed hardcovers this month.
Yeah.
That along with the canvas little pouch that it came with.
Yes.
And then the socks. I showed it to my husband and I was like, okay, just these 4 things alone, if you bought them retail, would be over $50.
Definitely.
Well over $50. And then plus there was more in there.
Yeah, Harry Potter prints.
A tea strainer and tea.
Yes, and tea strainer and tea. So it's just like, and it's such unique things that I don't even know, like you couldn't find them all together in any other place.
No, it's just so good.
It's so good.
What was your favorite thing?
I think the books in the pouch. Yeah, I was really excited about those. Yes, I was like, what am I going to use this for?
I know. Well, and then I was reading on the little card, and it said, you can take this and use it as a purse next time you go to the bookstore, and then it would fit like a small paperback too, so you could carry. So it could be like a book sleeve too.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
And I was excited. I've seen these books out, but I haven't like read them or anything like that. Shadow of the
Fox was one of them, and I'm dying to read that. I applied for it on NetGalley, but also Pride looks really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So this week though, I bought the 2019 planner from Little Inkling Design.
It's so cute.
She did. What is it called? I'm gonna look and see. It's called Always Fully Booked Planner, and it's perfect for the book lover. It's got tabs for each month. And then on each month, it's got your TBR and the new releases for that month. It's got a page with the full month view. And then each week has its own page spread too. So it's really nice for planning the books that you want to read. And I always use it too for planning my Instagram posts and blog posts and podcasts.
Yeah, organizing your bookish life.
Yes, this goes everywhere with me, and if I don't take it to work or if I leave it at work, I'm lost. I need to have it with me. So anyway, I bought the 2019. She put it on pre-sale yesterday, I think.
Do the months go January to December? How does that work?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, because I get a planner that does August to the next December.
Oh.
Which is a little different, but I don't know why they do it, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
So this week we're actually talking about thriller and suspense. We're sticking with the scary Halloween theme that we've got for October. So we thought we would talk about some thriller books.
And since last week we talked about more supernatural stuff, now it's like real life, scary.
Yeah, which I'm way more afraid of than the ghost supernatural stuff.
I can watch ghost stuff and be fine.
Oh yeah, same. But the real stuff, ooh, it scares me.
I'm scared of people.
Yeah, people are scary. Newsflash. So we wrote down, we wanted to talk about a couple books. The first one I really want to talk about is Sadie, because I just finished it like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so good.
It's so good. It's just told in such a unique way.
Mm-hmm. So it's told in like two parts, really.
Mm-hmm.
One part is Sadie, this girl who is trying to find her little sister's killer, and go the journey that she goes through.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is told from this TV producer who is searching and trying to figure out what happened to her, podcast style.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting because you know as the reader everything that's going on. It's very gripping.
Because the storylines are kind of like, they're at different points, and you know that by the end of the book they're going to meet.
Yes.
But you're just waiting for that moment for them to meet to find out what happened.
Mm-hmm. And when they're getting closer to meeting, it's just, when the two storylines are just getting closer, oh my gosh.
You can't put it down.
No, I started just like reading so fast and trying to like get to the end, and then I remember afterwards just shutting the book, and then I couldn't stop thinking about the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard that there's a podcast, correct?
Yeah, yep. It's called The Girls.
It could be, yeah.
I think so.
I haven't looked it up yet, but I
haven't
want to
listened,
listen to it because I was like, I want more. This is insane.
I think it'd be the perfect companion to the book.
Definitely.
And especially if you want more, I think it's really gonna be good.
I definitely wanted more. One of Us is Lying is a book that is on my TBR and on my Amazon wish list because I don't have it, but I really want to read it. How dare you?
I know.
Now I'm gonna have to buy
It's
it so we can read it
taunting me
together.
on my shelf. I want to read it so bad.
Well, I'll buy it and then we can read it
Because
together.
then the author's got a new one coming out too.
Oh, really?
That's the one we both requested on NetGalley.
That one. Okay.
I
I know. what you're
Two
talking
Can
about.
Keep a Secret.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Girl on the Train was another like book/movie I wanted to like talk about.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
It's another one. The story pulls you in, and you are that girl, and you're riding the train with her, and you need to know what happened.
Exactly. And it's just gripping. And then the movie, Emily Blunt.
She's so good.
It was exactly what I had pictured her to be. Like, it's insane. The whole movie was just like, I was like seeing the book come to life.
Yeah, it was a pretty good adaptation.
Yeah.
Also one that you liked the movie more than the book, maybe? Gone Girl?
Maybe.
The ending, okay, no spoilers,
Mm-mm.
but I think it's a consensus. Everyone turned to the last page of that book and was mad.
Yeah.
I think I about threw it across the room.
I think that's my only part, is just I was like, I get the ending, I get like where the author was coming from, but I was just like kind of disappointed, so I was like,
yeah. I mean, she does. She builds you up a lot, and then you're just like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
Because I just remember I flew through that book. It's pretty chunky, the little paperback, and I think I read it in less than a day, and I just got to the end, and I was like, what? Where did the last 8 hours of my life go?
Exactly. So we read it in our little book club that we sometimes do with our moms, and my mom and I weren't really too happy with it, and then
my mom and I really liked it.
Yeah.
So
well, because you can handle those endings. We were like devastated, and we're like, what?
Right. Well, also to be fair, my mom and I read a lot of mystery thriller anyway.
Yeah.
And then you guys both read more romance.
Yep. We like happy endings. Okay.
So I'm kind of used to all the murder,
disappointment,
weirdness,
agony.
yeah. It's kind of my thing.
That's what I'm known for. I'm Wednesday Addams.
Hey.
That's who you should be for Halloween.
Make
your family
I cut my hair.
Wigs.
Girl.
Make your family dress up as Addams family.
Oh my god.
There were some thriller movies we want to talk about. You've seen Get Out, and I haven't yet.
Oh my god.
Talk to me about it, because I kind of know just because the internet was going crazy and I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter, but like,
amazing.
go over it.
This guy's dating this girl, and he comes home with her. I want to say it's for a holiday, but I can't remember what holiday.
Yeah, that's okay.
But anyway, he goes home with her, and he's black and she's white, and her whole family's white. And when he shows up, things just start getting weird, and he just kind of notices things are a little off. And she's got like, they're having some kind of party, I think. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. I can't remember details, but they're having some kind of party, and he just keeps noticing how off things seem.
Ugh.
And it just gets kind of
Creepy.
creepier from there. And it does address a lot of racism issues, and it's just so good.
I'm definitely gonna have to watch it, even though I'm terrified of movies like that, just when that has like real creepy people. Like, oh, but I'm gonna try because I've heard such good things about it.
It's really good.
And then Arrival was another one I wanted to talk about. But have you seen that one?
Yes.
Yes.
I loved it.
That was another one where the ending I was like, what?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I did not see that coming at all.
And I'm pretty sure that movie made me cry too. That movie just had everything. It's got the sci-fi with the aliens, and it's got, you know, the suspense of what's gonna happen and what do these aliens want.
And a little bit of romance.
And, yeah, a little bit of romance, and it makes you cry.
Oh, definitely.
So, thriller, suspense shows.
I can't watch these anymore.
Well,
the one you watched still I can't watch anymore.
Criminal Minds.
Mm-hmm. It's
I had to stop too.
Really?
Because I was home alone a lot, and I would watch it and then get scared that people were going to come and hurt me. And I had to.
It's too real.
I can watch it, I think, if I'm not going to be alone for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we're both home alone a lot, and so it's just like really difficult to watch those very real shows.
Yeah. But who is your favorite on Criminal Minds?
I love Spencer.
Yeah.
He's
Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed.
He's my favorite too.
I love him.
I know. I need to continue it, but
I know because I love the character so much, but it's so believable. And I'm like, listen, I started having nightmares. I couldn't do it anymore.
No, because you're like, is that really what it's like when you're in the FBI?
Well, and you're like, and you know that sometimes it's from like real stories that have happened, and I'm like, those kind of people are out there. I don't want to watch this.
No, because then you're just scared of everyone in a crowd and.
One show. I mean, this one's more of like a sci-fi thriller, but Fringe. Yes. We have an issue right now with Fringe.
We do have an issue.
Because I finished it and I know what happens, and it's amazing.
I blame Alex. So we were watching, and Alex does this thing when we're watching TV shows where he just gets bored of them. And since he and I watch a lot of TV together, we stopped watching after, I think there's 6 seasons?
I think so.
Either way, we stopped watching after the second to last season. And so I never got to watch the last season. I never saw it. I don't know what happens. And they've pulled it from Netflix, so I can't watch it for free anymore.
5 seasons.
5 seasons. Okay, so we watched 1 through 4.
So you need to watch it because the ending is so good and it wraps everything up and it makes everything make sense, and it's so
I need to watch it. I love
good. I know.
Pacey.
This is Pacey.
I can't think of his real name. Joshua Jackson.
Yep, Joshua Jackson. We've loved Joshua Jackson forever though, since he was on Dawson's Creek. Yeah, we should like get it, borrow it, and just watch it together. Because
I put it back on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it off.
Or Amazon Prime or Hulu. I don't care. Just put it
One
somewhere
of those.
where I can stream it.
Exactly. It's 2018. We want to stream it.
But that was another good like suspense, because even though it was like supernatural, it just kept you on the edge of your seat every episode.
Definitely.
Oh, and then another thing that we watch, well, especially with our moms. Our moms are always watching the murder shows and the ID channel.
This is where we get it from, the ID channel.
When I'm at my mom's house,
it's always on.
It's on the ID channel.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they get it anymore, but she's found something just like ID.
Yep.
Investigation Discovery. Something just like that plays murder shows all the time.
My mom found all the murder shows on Netflix and just plays them over and over again now. So she was showing me like women who commit murders and like couples who murder. Like when I came over, and then she falls asleep right away, and I'm like, cool, I'm not sleeping. Thanks for falling asleep with this on.
Did your mom always watch them though when you were growing up? Did she always watch stuff like that?
No, she wasn't a big TV watcher. Now I think your mom is rubbed off on her.
Because I grew up watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, I guess she watched Unsolved Mysteries.
Because that voice creeps me out.
I love those.
There was another one, America's Most Wanted.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we did watch those. So it's always been a thing.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like the ID channel and stuff.
It doesn't always scare me, but stuff like Criminal Minds does.
Yeah, I think it's just like all like the theatrics of it, maybe.
Yeah,
because like ID channel doesn't really have a lot of. I mean, if they do like reenactments, they're sometimes a little funny.
Yeah, most of the time it's funny. Maybe that's why we like it.
We love like stuff that
campy.
We love campy. There is a YouTube channel. I know you don't watch YouTube a lot.
I don't.
But there's a YouTube channel I want to talk about in Thriller Week, and it's more scary, so I wanted to add it to October. It's called Top 5, and it is a channel that goes over everything from like history and facts to paranormal mystery.
Okay.
And I let you listen to the producer's voice, and it's like a British, calm, eerily calm voice. And he talks like that throughout the whole video, and he just like, they go over like alien abductions or like people, like the last 5 videos of people that before they went missing or something like that.
Goodness.
So, but like, so it's something you can listen to or you can like watch. And so sometimes I just listen to that and listen to all the scary things.
Oh, does that creep you out? Does it like kind of get you freaked out?
Sometimes, yeah. If I watch too much of it, like again, if it's like paranormal stuff, no. But if it's like real stuff, ooh,
like people going missing.
Yeah, especially it's like when there's videos. Like, have you seen that video of the girl? He just covered it. Of the girl, there was like she's in an elevator, and she's like going in and out and in and out. It looks like she's talking to someone. He covered that one. I can't even.
Elisa Lamb. Is that her? Yeah, I've listened to a couple different podcasts about that case just because it's.
You're right, Elisa
so
Lamb.
Interesting.
It's so interesting to watch.
All right, so podcast.
Yes,
Speaking
podcast
of podcasts,
time.
So this is okay. It's not thriller. It's not scary. It's not suspense. But it is about murder. So I think it's relevant.
Yeah, we can add it in.
Small Town Murder, and they're my favorite. It's 2 comedians. They do stand-up comedy, but then they do this on the side also, and they also have another podcast called Crime and Sports.
Nice.
And they're just hilarious. And I know it sounds weird saying like comedy about murder, but they're not rude. They don't make fun of the victims or the victims' families. They have a whole thing in the beginning that they say that every time just to let everyone know, like, if you don't want to laugh during your murder show, then maybe the show's not for you, and that's fine. But they're hilarious. And my favorite episode is number 68. It's called Too Many Dead Husbands in Gun Barrel City, Texas.
Oh my gosh.
Every episode they pick a small town where murders happen. And they start out talking about the small town, all the specs of it, square footage or square miles.
I didn't even catch it.
Population, all that kind of stuff. And then they get into what happened. And James Patrigallo, he's the one that does all the research, and he's just so good at all the research, and he's so good at telling the story. And then Jimmy Wisman pops in with his jokes, and they're both really funny. So, like I said, it's not for everyone, but it's hilarious, and it's about true crime. So.
Yeah, and I know you really enjoy it because you talk about it all the time. I promise I will start it.
I'm going to the live show next month. I'm so excited.
And where's that at?
Minneapolis.
Up in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Nice. That's exciting.
I can't wait.
You'll have to tell me all about it. We can talk about it on the podcast when you come back. So the podcast that I wanted to talk about that I have recently got into is the last podcast on the left. It is, it's Ben Kissel, Marcus Parks, and Henry Zabrowski. Ben is the producer, Marcus Parks, and I think they have research assistants, is the main researcher though, and the comedian is Henry Zabrowski. And I just really like the way that they go about podcasting. They start the beginning with just them chatting about just warming up, and then they go into the story that they're going to tell. But the way they tell it is they tell where the murderer came from. So they start with the backstory of the murder. They don't really get into the detail about the actual murder. They just talk about like basically how it led to that point.
Okay.
So they start with what the person did, like, when they were young, and what events made them be like this. And the person I wanted to talk about, episode 329, 330, there's 2 parts, is Catherine Knight. Only because I had never heard of her before. And I was listening, like, I was genuinely just intrigued about this woman. She's scary, but intrigued. She was the first Australian woman to be sentenced to life in prison. So, in my notes I put crazy lady. She basically was they talk about her from when she was younger to when she committed the murder, and basically she was abusive. She grew up in a hog slaughterhouse. Like, she lived in the trailer park next to it and would like work there. Her favorite room was the slaughterhouse, which is just says a lot. And then she would like chase people around with knives, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's just crazy Catherine," which is not okay. Yeah. And so she like got this husband, and one thing led to another, and she like stabbed him 37 times, cut him up, and tried to serve him to his children because she was mad at all of them because they wanted him to leave her. And it's just like, there's so much more about it.
His kids separate from her?
Yes.
Okay.
and there's so much more about it, but she was just unhinged. And I just couldn't believe that I had never heard of this person before.
Yeah.
So that's just the kind of thing that they do, and it interests me. It's interesting to hear about because it's not the actual, like, it's just like more like the psychology behind of it.
Yeah, I think that's the most fun part about it. It's not the murder. It's
No.
the interesting lives that these people lead before all of this happened. Like,
And you could,
what happened to lead up to this point?
Yeah.
How did we get here?
exactly.
Basically.
That's exactly what I like. Yeah, not the scary part of it, the actual murder, but how did we get here, and like the psychology behind these people is so interesting.
And then another thing they go into
Yeah.
in small town murder is sometimes, you know, the police force doesn't always do a great job, and so they go through the awfulness of some of these small town police forces.
Oh, yeah.
How they don't know what they're doing. And so, you know, why some of these murderers are either walking the streets or will be soon because the police didn't do their job or whatever, because they're not equipped to handle a murder.
And don't think, hey, we need to call someone in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the last podcast on the left, they covered the Jean Bonnet one, and they talked about how the police and everyone walked through the apartment, and neighbors came over and scrubbed down the countertops because they wanted to help clean the house. Like, it's just, what? Excuse me? Like,
no.
it's so crazy. And like the police had the Ramseys check the house up and down again instead of them searching the house.
Geez.
So there's a lot of things like that too. It's just so interesting.
Yeah. It's everything surrounding the murder that's interesting.
Exactly.
It's not really the fact that someone died.
No,
that's awful.
that's awful.
But it's everything surrounding it. How did we get here, and how do we move on from it? That's interesting.
Yeah. So, let's, talk about some scary stories since it is Halloween, or gonna be Halloween next week.
True.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Why don't you go? Because I feel like you have more stories, and you have a story that's mine that I really don't remember. So we can start with that one if you want.
Yeah, we should start with that one because we can both tell it since you don't remember it. So we grew up 30 minutes away from each other, not even.
Yep.
And I remember I don't even know how old we were.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I remember you telling me, oh, there was a man in my garage. And I was like, what? And so we had to call her mom to verification because I thought I was crazy at first.
I didn't remember this story. I truly did not.
So she doesn't remember making me terrified of garages.
No, I clearly wasn't scared.
So what happened was a friend of your father's, I'm going to say friend loosely because I don't really know, was trying to hide from the cops because he had a warrant for his arrest, and so he was hiding in the loft of your garage.
Yes, and my parents did not know.
No,
they were not harboring a fugitive.
No, he because it's Grinnell, Iowa in the 90s. Like, we didn't lock the doors of the garage.
And we had this little loft up in our garage that had, I think my dad had like a mattress up there and whatever. I don't know. It was probably his little man cave hangout spot.
Yeah, I think it kind of was because I remember there was like a couch and like a table and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a man cave. And then I remember you telling me that like the police came and got the man out of your garage, and so I was like terrified of going in your garage because there was like no other detail from that. Just like there was a man in your garage, and I was like, I'm afraid of the garage now.
I still don't know much more details.
No, we don't. That was really the only thing your mom knew either. But
yeah, I don't know what he was wanted for. But...
No, but I was terrified, and I still am. I'm like, there's someone going to be in a garage sometime up in a loft. And it's your fault.
Sorry.
So that's the scary garage story. I can go for the next one. So I have a little just quick story about when I lived with my 3 other guy roommates just after college. And I'm home alone one night, and I have a bedroom upstairs, and all of a sudden I hear this big bang. And I'm like, okay, thinking like someone's home, someone's slamming the door, whatnot. So I walk downstairs, I'm like, hello, and I turn and look down the hallway that has our living room, kitchen, and then garage door, and then we also have an outside door, and the outside door is just swinging open, and it's winter. And so I'm like, I just remember it was winter. I don't know if that's scary. And so I like take off. I run back upstairs and then start calling my roommates. Don't call 911 or anything. Like, I start calling my roommates to get here. My roommate Cody comes home like right away, and he's like, someone must have just like thought that someone else lived here and like it was a joke or something.
Just kicked in the door.
Like, it's because it was locked. I always locked all the doors, so I don't know. Like, there was no one there. He saw footprints like running off, and I mean, that's it. There's no closure to it. It was kind of freaky.
Yeah. Who does that, though? Like, even if you know the people.
Oh,
like,
exactly.
I'm going to come kick in their door.
Oh, on the back door. Like.
Yeah. they must have, like, they had to have heard you or something.
I think they probably did.
get
I scared them off. Yeah. But it's still scary. Like, I don't like thinking about it. Nope, you go.
Okay, so this all happened because I had been watching too much Criminal Minds. And we have, actually, that's where we're podcasting right now. We have an extra building. It's not our garage. We have a garage, but we have another building.
It's called, like, technically it's called the mother's cottage, I think.
Yeah, the mother-in-law suite.
Yep.
Because it does have a bathroom. It's not working currently, but it has a bathroom. And so I used to come out here because I did online school for a couple years. And I would come out here and do all my schoolwork during the day. And I was out here and went inside to use the bathroom. And as I was walking up the stairs, I saw this bucket with like a tool belt on it. And I was like, oh my God, there's someone in my house. What is happening? So I ran back out here. We call it the cave. I ran back out here to the cave and locked the door and was like, okay, who's in my house? What is going on? And I'm peeking through the blinds and there's a guy out back and he's got the hose and he's hosing off these screens. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's here to murder me and clean, I guess? I don't know. So I'm taking pictures of him through the blinds and sending it to Alex going, there's a guy in our backyard who was at our house. And he's like, oh yeah, the guy came to clean the filters in our heater air conditioner thing. And I was like, oh, so he's not gonna murder me? I can unlock the door now.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, that would have been great if he had told me ahead of time.
Can you imagine if he saw you and he's like, there's this crazy girl taking pictures of me from this other house?
He was just as scared of me as I was of him. Hey, better to be safe than sorry, right?
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped watching Criminal Minds when I was home alone.
We have too much of active imagination.
Everyone
to
was
be
out
honest.
to murder me.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's great. I can just picture you doing it too. It just makes it so much better.
So I was just panicking. I'm like, what do I do? There's someone here. And then I was like, okay, rationally though, he's cleaning your air filters. What are you freaking out about?
He might be an OCD killer.
Why did he bring his tool belt and a bucket? Well, okay, there's a reason.
Yeah, I was like, that could be murder.
Anyway.
Criminal Minds, here we go.
That's me being naive again.
Okay, my last story is ridiculous. It happened in college. I was like 22. I was living downtown on the hill. If you're from Cedar Falls, Iowa, you know what I'm talking about. Basically where all the bars are. And I pulled up to my apartment complex, and I'm sitting there, you know, listening to the rest of the song, probably getting ready to get out of my car, and I see an animal, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's scary. So I'm like rolling down my window, kind of looking to see what it is, and it's a wild turkey. And I was like, all right, cool. I don't know what to do. This thing is monstrous. Like, its head came up to my window. I was like looking at me, and
like
so
peacock
yes,
turkey,
basically. And so I was like kind of freaked out, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna wait until he goes around my car, and then I'll get out and run, because the door was like 5-10 feet. And so I go to, like, I see him go around the back of my car, so I go to open the door, and then there's another one, and they both start like pecking at my tires, pecking at my window, and so I start like honking, trying to scare them. I know it just makes it worse. So I start like panic laughing, because I'm like, I don't know how do I get in this situation?
Yeah.
How does this happen to me? No one's gonna believe me. I have a little BlackBerry, so I take a picture of it, call my mom, and I'm like, mom, turkeys are attacking my car. And she like doesn't believe me, so I send her the picture, and then she's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. And so I had a sunroof on this. I was driving a
Sunfire?
Yep, a Sunfire. And finally my neighbor comes out, and he's like, do you need help? And I was like, yes. So he comes out with this broom and just starts hitting close to the turkey, so they start like attacking him, so I could like run inside. And then he threw the broom down and ran inside too.
Oh my goodness.
So turkeys are mean.
Selfless neighbors.
Don't, yeah, exactly. They're probably like, what is this blonde girl doing? Turkeys are mean. Do not trust them.
So our real life stories are turkeys and people kicking in doors for no reason.
Yeah.
And some guy cleaning, and I thought he was here to murder me.
And then a guy living in your garage.
That was a little weird. I think that one's the weirdest.
But we were like young, and I think it was just like a story told to us. It's not like it affected, you know what I mean?
I don't
like,
even know how old I was when it actually happened.
We were
I'm sure I
young.
just heard my mom tell that story and then told you. And I was
You're
like, hey,
and
guess
you didn't
what?
give me all the details, so I was instantly just terrified.
Somehow I wasn't. Maybe it's that Wednesday Addams thing again.
You're like,
I was like,
this is
"That's
so
cool."
cool. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's scary.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. You can find us on social media. Our Instagram is ourlifeinbooks_, as well as our Twitter is ourlifeinbooks_. You can email us at ourlifeinbooks@gmail.com. My Twitter is Samantha McCombs. My Instagram is Bookish State of Mind. And my blog is samanthamacombs.com/bookish state of mind.
You can find me on Instagram at Bookish Connoisseur, Twitter at Bookish Buff, and then my blog is bookishconnoisseur.com.
Let us know in the comments or tweet us or whatever. I want to hear like scary stories.
Yeah.
I want more thriller books and movies to watch, even though we're terrified. We can watch them together.
Yep. With all the lights on during the day.
And new releases, because we need more TBR books. We need to make sure we're not missing anything good. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.